welcome back to another episode of Makeup Tutorials with your girl, Leash That Girl. Thank you guys for taking the time to watch my video. So today we're going to be doing a soft kind of daytime smoked out sort of look, which you can also transition for a nighttime look as well if you want to. And I'm going to be giving you a couple of tips to do with foundations, blushes and nude lips for darker skin tones. So guys, if you would like to see how I created this look and what products I use, stay tuned. See you in a bit. So I'm gonna be using for today's foundation, I'm gonna go with NARS. I absolutely freaking love this foundation. Like, I tried a sample of it quite a while ago. Liked it then, but didn't really like, you know, you need to use it a few times, and I thought, you know what, saw it on sale on ASOS, bought it, tried it out, and my skin was just so glowy, fresh, and it lasted for long. So yeah, I really like this foundation because I'm just all about having like a glowy kind of finish. So I really like NARS foundation. I wanted to quickly show you guys some of the other foundations that I use at the moment, which are great for darker skin tones. So I'll be linking all the foundations that I use in the description below, so you can go check them out. Basically, I kind of have a foundation for every different kind of occasion, how I'm feeling on the day, how I want my foundation. So like, obviously if it's in the winter time, I want my skin to look a bit more glowy because I feel like my skin's quite dry in the winter. If I'm going on a holiday, I might choose a different foundation that might be of a foundation that's not too heavy, because I know I'm just going to be wanting something that's quite lightweight when I'm on holiday. So I just wanted to show you some of the foundations that I'm using. So I've got the Huda Beauty Faux Filter foundation, and I'm wearing the shade Nutmeg, and this is full coverage foundation, more of a sort of matte finish, medium to full coverage. So I use this for like nights out. I've got LANCOME, which I bought this quite a while ago. This foundation is more of a sort of medium to full coverage. It's when I was like 21, so it's been one of the foundations that I've just always just used. This NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop, and I use shade MOCHA. This foundation, matte finish, full coverage. I like to use this one because it's good for an everyday foundation, and it was quite good value as well. I like to use this one just for like everyday kind of use, as I don't like to use my expensive ones too much because I don't want them to waste them out. The one which I like to use for a little bit more of a glowy sort of finish is the Born This Way, and I use the colour Spice Rum. This one is again medium to full coverage, buildable, but I still feel like it can be lightweight at the same time too. I like the finish that this one gives me, makes my skin feel quite glowing and refreshed, so I really like that one. And I'm also using the Maybelline Fit Me Poreless foundation. I like to use this one because again it's quite cheap, and I like to use this one when I'm doing like makeup looks and tutorials. It's a cheap foundation, but it's also a good foundation, but I don't use it a lot because it's more of a matte finish and I prefer more of a glowy look. So if I was like going out on a night out, I wouldn't use this foundation. Right, so now that we've gone into just a little bit about foundations, I am now going to go straight in and pop a little bit of primer on, even though I'm not going anywhere. Using the Hangover primer from Too Faced, so I'm going to be this one here. And I'm just going to take a small few drops and just add that. And then I'm going to pop our NARS foundation in the shade New Caledonia. I'm just going to apply that all over the face. That's what I really love about this foundation. And I managed to get it on a discount as well from ASOS. So of course I'm using my Peaches PC19 brush for the face. And these brushes are very soft and also cruelty free as well. Foundation, I'm going to use NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. Small amount, yeah. Yeah, and then I'm just gonna add a touch of Too Faced Born This Way concealer as well, just a little bit lighter. So I'm just gonna add this to give a bit more of a highlighted finish. Real Techniques brush, can't remember the name, but I'll pop everything in the description below so you won't miss anything. And I'm gonna just take this and blend in out the colour. The brows are all done And now we're going to start on the eyes, and then we'll come back and do like blusher and bronzer after. It's the P-LOUISE base in shade 4. Always use this when I'm popping on eyeshadow. So I'm just going to apply that onto the lid. Today's kind of chocolatey brown, smoky kind of daytime look, we're going to be using the JACLYN Hill palette. First shade I'm going to use is this colour here. And we're going to just use that for the base all over the eye. So I'm just going to zoom you in so you can see what I'm doing. You can tell I've used a lot. And we're just going to take this in the crease area just to build some depth into the eyeshadow. We're just blending that into the crease area. And then just get a clean brush and just buff it out. Now to make the eyelids a little bit more chocolatey, we're going to go in with this brown colour here. And we are going to pack this onto the lid to build up the colour. And we're literally just stamping the colour on and packing it on. So we're not buffing it out, because when you buff it out, it kind of just starts moving everywhere and you get patches on the eyelid. So we're just stamping the colour on and then we'll slightly buff it out. Of course, you want to be using a clean brush to buff out the colour as well, and just again blend the colours into where you've got the crease as well. So to give a nice smouldering sort of smoky look to this eye, we're going to add a touch of black using the black shade in the palette, and what we're just going to do is cut the line out onto the lash line. And then go back in with the brown colour and just blend it in. Also just going to take the brown shade that we used earlier all over the lid and blend that underneath the eye area again. And just softly just smoke it out. If you want to, for this look, you can add a black eyeliner just to deepen the eyes if you wanted it for more of a nighttime sort of look, but for the daytime I want my eyes to look a bit more open, so I'm going to use a cream eyeliner to so I'm just going to use a cream eyeliner to widen my eyes and just make them look a little bit more brighter. And I'm going to use the shade, and I'm going to use Urban Decay's Waterliner in Walk of Shame. If you did want to make it a little bit more darker, you want it to look a bit more smoky, maybe you're going out, you can use obviously Perversion eyeliner from the Urban Decay, which I'd highly recommend. And I'm just going to go back in with the brown liner and just buff where it's just touched my lash line, or I've gone over the lash line a bit. And then we're just going to pop some lashes on. So I'm going to be using Peaches and Cream's lashes in number 28 on my lashes, and we're going to go back in with finishing touches to the face. So the current bronzer I use is the Benefit Toasted Bronzer, which is this one here. I've already shown this in my video before, so I'm not really going to go in with that, but I did speak a little bit why I love this product in my Smoky eye tutorial. Then for blushes I currently use the SAHARAN palette. Don't watch the palette, it's quite dirty. Highlighters here, and so we've actually got 2 highlighters, and then we've got 4 blusher colours here. We've got a bright pink, an orange, like a reddy kind of colour here, and then a very deep burgundy colour. So these ones, so the burgundy one I typically use for if I'm going to do more contour. These 3 I would use for blushers, and I don't really tend to use these ones for highlighters. Use them to like highlight inside the eye and things like that, or my brow bone too. So today I'm going to use the colour Toby, which is the orangey kind of colour. Let's just clarify one thing. Do not be afraid of using bright colours on your cheeks. Definitely complement darker skin tones. I remember before I used to be so afraid, like I would never put a colour like this on. I would just think it's going to make me look like a doll. But if you pop it on subtly, it does add colour to the skin. But I'm going to go with the orangey colour here, and I'm just going to use the little brush that comes in the packet for the comes in the packet. I'm just going to take that there. And we're just going to pop it on the colour Toby. Always just smile when you're applying your blusher. And following on to the lips, I'm going to do a nude look, which is obviously my favourite, which I do in most of my looks. I wear nudes. So what you want to do is find a lip liner that's a little bit darker than your skin, more than sort of a brown type of shade. One that works really great for me is Chestnut lip liner from MAC, which is my holy grail lip liner. I wear that all the time, which goes with all the lip colours I use. And what I then do is go in with a brown, oh my hands are so dirty from that black eyeshadow. Let me just sanitize my hands. Like a brown liquid lip in the colour Chocolate Wasted from Dose of Colours. This is absolutely a beautiful colour. Love using this one in a nude lip. Got this from the Beauty Bay. Oh, and we're literally just going to take that over the lip. And we're just going to leave out the centre area. Okay, now for the nude part. So we're going to choose a colour that's very much like a pale sort of nudie colour, and we're going to ombre effect it. That's going to give us that sort of nude look, but it's still going to match our skin tone. So the colour I'm going to go with is the Maybelline Superstay Matte Lip in the colour River 55. Pop this into the centre and then ombre it out. And you can just literally use your fingers to just blend it in. I want it to be just a little bit lighter. Use a slightly lighter nude, just to make this a little bit more ombre. And I'm going to use the colour Naturally Transformed. I think this colour is discontinued, but you get the idea if you want to use something a little bit lighter in the centre. See what I'm saying? You can obviously leave your lips looking matte, but for me I do love a bit of a glossy, juicy lips. Plus my lips get so dehydrated, I prefer them to feel nice and moisturised. So I'm going to pop on Fenty Gloss Bomb over the top. And then of course we've got to finish off with a bit of highlighter. So the highlighters I usually go for have more of a goldy kind of tone to them, which will feel really complimentary to my skin. So I'm going to use the Nip and Fab highlighting palette, and I'm going to use these 2 shades here. One is a very much gold and the other one is slightly a little bit paler. I mix the 2 together and just blend it in very subtly. God knows why I pulled this face, but it works for me. Just on the nose, on the bridge. You're probably wondering, why has she not highlighted her brow bone and done the corner of her eyes just yet? But I was waiting to do it with the highlighter. Use the same colours again and just highlight inside the eye. Sometimes I like my highlight to kind of like match the same, so I thought I'd do them together. And then we're going to finish off using some setting spray. I'm going to use the All Nighter Pollution Protection Setting Spray from Urban Decay. So here we have it, guys. This is the final look. This is your kind of blown out, soft daytime look that you can transition to the nighttime as well. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. My top tips for you would be definitely always get your foundation tested and make sure you're right undertone for your skin. Don't be afraid of wearing bronzers for a start, and don't be afraid of putting colour onto the cheeks. Thank you guys for watching this video tutorial today. I hope it's been some use for you. If you do recreate this look, I'd love to see it. Tag me on Instagram. Thank you guys once again for tuning in. I will be back with more videos very soon. I know my consistency hasn't been the best, but I will definitely be popping out more content for you guys. Subscribe if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. See you very soon. Leash that girl. Bye. See you.